coming. Thank you to South Summit. And of course, thank you to Sport Boost for organizing this sports track that I think is really interesting for the sport industry that is growing, that is producing a lot of innovation in the last years. I've been working in sport for 24 years, so I was a lucky guy because I can live by myself the evolution of the sport. And today I have four important guests that are going to talk about the innovation and technology in sport. First of all, I have Reinaldo Ferreira from Boa Vista. That is a club from Portugal, in Porto. And let's talk about what you're doing, because I've been working for Real Madrid for 8 years, and I know how difficult it is to make innovation in a football club or in a sports entity in general. So tell me about how difficult it is for is for you to innovate in a football club, and if you have some barriers to go around it, and tell us about the innovation in Boa Vista.
Thank you, Miguel. I think it started a bit like every other startup, with the right motivation. So we had a lot of things that we had to do, and it couldn't be done in the typical way because there was no budget, no people, no everything, and basically running it like a startup from the beginning. In a 5-year path so far, we became like a hub today, where we gone through all of the phases of the innovation life cycle. So starting as laggards, and today we are proud to be innovators, but we still a lot of room to grow, still a lot of projects that we would like to explore. And going to the limitation will be people, as always. So we have this huge supermarket full of technology to explore, but the cart is so small and there is so lack of people to push it, so we really have to struggle. And we've been doing that and just keeping it short and proceeding with the idea, connecting with every source of talent, so universities, startups, other hubs internationally, a lot of people coming and saying, can we work on this, work on that, and so kicking every project. A lot of projects failing, but some of them giving interesting results to build on.
Okay, thank you so much. Then we have Diego Lasso. Diego Lasso is from Galicia Sportex. And tell us how you started creating the innovation ecosystem in Galicia.
Well, thank you for the presentation. First of all, I have to say that I think our sector is one of the healthiest sectors for creating community. We are always sharing projects and experiences, and where we are always feeding off all those experiences. But about community, I think one of the basics is to take part in events like this. In our hand, every April we hold the Galicia Sportec Congress. It's going to be the 5th edition on the next April, so you are all invited for sure. And there we have 2 different lines to work on it. One of that is the clubs and the entities they participate. We have to show them they have possibilities in this field. It's not only depends on economic resources, and the important is to design a strategic line to advance, and step by step to advance in implement this kind of solutions. And the other hand is the startups. We are very focused on attracting startups and collaborating with public entities, also with the university. They give us the space. Not only the startup can make a presentation about the project, if not, we give them the space to test physically the tool. So every director, technical, every worker around this field can test the tool physically, so he can have a better idea about how it works. So I think this is the best way to create a community.
Okay, thank you so much. Then we have Pedro Malavia from Liga F, I'm going to say in Spanish, no? And he has a great product. I think you are challenging product also. But this is the first year you have sold the collective rights. And I know you have a lot of reference from other competition, but tell us about how did you improve the product in order to provide to the fans a better experience in terms of football game.
So thank you very much to the organization. Thank you to all of you attending. Yeah, as you mentioned, it's a challenge for us. It's the second year in which we have sold our commercial TV rights, and from the first time we detected that we need to do something different. And the meaning of innovation, it's not only linked to technology. It means make something different, right? And I think this is our biggest challenge because actually we cannot compete against other properties in terms of if we do the same. I mean, it's 90 minutes, it's 11 versus 11, it's the football rules, but we understand we need to build something different. And this is part of the journey that we just recently started. We cannot forget that it's our second year of existence.
Yeah.
We cannot forget that our birth was quite difficult in terms of just doing everything in just 3 months in the summer. But we're taking small steps. I mean, building for the first time, all the matches are being broadcasted. So 240 matches, which is a big change for women's football. It has never been. Audiences are growing. And we are starting also to showcase some of the points in the big stadiums, mainly when matches are being played, like the Clásico in Barcelona, which Liga F understood we need to do a special production, thanks also to the commitment of MediaPro, who is our production company. And we established a special production with 12 cameras, with drones, with special interviews. We're changing, also trying to develop different kind of interviews, not the regular ones in which the player just states, yeah, good or bad. We have different values. And this is the journey. This is part of the journey that we are starting to create step by step. So nothing has been achieved yet. But our vision is very clear. Create something different, offer something different, and working very closely with Dazn, which is our broadcaster, in order to develop something really innovative.
Okay, thank you, Pedro. And now we have Carlos Ruiz Sanchez from Wayra. I think this is one of the most interesting things that companies, a big corporation like Telefónica is involved in the development of sport tech. And you have an initiative called Game Changers, am I right? Could you explain us about Game Changer and what are you doing?
Of course, and thank you so much again for Sport Boost and South Summit for inviting us and stay here again with you moderating this panel. Game Changers is an agreement that we have done with Sport Boost and Gasol 16 Ventures, and it's basically just to show our friendship and our knowledge to invest and co-invest in technologies related with sport tech. We have done several investments yet. And as I said, we co-invest, we share our knowledge of the different technologies, our know-how about trends also. And I think one of the most important things is not only the money that we invest in the companies, is the know-how and is the connections that all these entities, Sportbus and Gasol, and of course Wayra, we are giving them to help them grow. So I think this is real smart money, and we are still trying to find the best companies. Some of them presented here their pitch, and from Wayra we are investing from 50K until 350K. So also they are the three of us complementing this ticket, as I said, to help them grow and help also bring innovation to our organizations.
Okay, thank you so much. there's something incredible. I mean, you have, or you are working on a stadium API. I mean, it's for me that my background is mostly from technology. I've been working in Telefonica for 8 years. Looks quite strange to hear words like API in the sports industry, but you are working in a stadium API. I suppose that to connect the different parts of the business and ticketing and those kind of things. Could you explain us about that? Because I think it's an incredible project.
Yeah, I think one of the important things is every project, every startup, also on Bovista Innovation Lab, which is our collaborative innovation initiative, we work in 3 different pillars, and every time there is a discussion, we try to understand which pillar we are touching. So that will be sports performance, so everything that has to do with the core that we are, a sports club. Smart stadium, that means infrastructure and so on, but thought to the next level, and fan experience. That is fan engagement, customer experience. I don't like to monetize. I like to have fan experience. I want to ask fans what they are willing to invest on, pay for. And so on the smart stadium part, for 5 years that we have told every vendor that we have, every supplier we have, and every startup or newcomer appearing to us, talking to us, saying, we need to integrate, because I'm not going to throw away the best things I have so that I bring in some mammoth, some big platform that is going to do like probably 90% of the things very good, but then there is this 10% my funds love that I have to throw away, which is for me unacceptable. So do you integrate? I've asked these questions like 20 times in the last 3 days, and half of the times the answer is yes, which is great for me. So integration started, and at a certain moment in time, we were pitching suppliers or sponsors and saying, we actually can connect everything with everything. And they didn't understand. So for the tech guys, we say stadium API. So for the marketing guys, we say everything connected. So imagine entering the stadium and your name appearing in whatever screen you choose, or getting a message saying that because it's the 5th time in a row that you come, you will get a beer. So we are today pitching our customers. To be very honest, it's 90% stadium API. There is 10% of things which are not yet connected, some of them legacy that we are adapting, bringing startups in the hardware part to understand. One very quick add-on on this, we completely opened the stadium, so there are not anymore turnstiles and barriers to enter Bovista Stadium. Just like here, with PDAs, we just read the codes and basically involve the fans in an experience where 98% of them having to enter a stadium through a type of a machine that is actually trying to eat them or something, I don't think it's fan experience. I think it's another thing that I want to get rid of. So today I have no queues. I have people entering the stadium with a lot of fun and discussion and actually talking with the stewards, saying good match, good day, oh, you again, etc., which is something I think the fans experience and appreciate.
Okay, thank you very much. Diego, what about, I know you have been working in a startup map in Galicia, and well, the startup community in Galicia is very big. I think you also have the AA agency also in Galicia, or is going to be created there. But could you tell us about the sport tech ecosystem in Galicia and the most relevant data you have about it?
Yes, we just recently present the 2024 sport tech report. It's a little resume about sport tech in the northwest of Spain. And we have analyzed close to 600 startups. Most of them just maybe the first half, it's about activity and data analytics, just to improve the athletes' performance. 25% more or less is just to focus on management and discovery for the organizations. Another 20% is pure fan engagement. It's a huge trend nowadays. And the rest is sports health and from esports. So if we talk about sports, I think football is currently also the king in sporting field, and followed by fitness. And paddle and golf are a huge trend nowadays also. And if I speak about trends in ways of working, the democratization is now a very important point. Well, because every startup wants to test their tool in elite club or elite entity, because of the impact, because of the publicity, because of the possibilities of collaboration. But the market volume is in the non-elite entities. So the democratization is a very important point now. And the gamification is also an highlight in the sporting field, because every entity is trying to link in entertainment and sport and gamifying experiences, both for athletes and for fans.
Yeah.
This is more or less the resume I can tell you.
Okay. And what about artificial intelligence? Do you see that the startups are starting working with artificial intelligence? Or
well, they're starting now. So every department has their needs, but the IA is increasingly now, but the sport industry is a little bit classical in that terms.
Yeah.
So they have to go step by step, and they have to see that they have possibilities in this field, but
yeah, I suppose they're using machine learning mainly for the sport performance, startup, and those kind of things, but it's not.
Yes, they are transforming their database into algorithms and so on.
Okay, thank you so much. Pedro, I know you have been working in the fan experience project in order to improve the fan attendance to the stadium. Could you tell us more about that project?
Sure. We identified many challenges in our strategic plan, and some of them that are linked to this project are attendances, which we need to increase, of course, facilities, which are different than from men's football. We don't have the big stadiums always available. So most of our games are played in the sports cities, in facilities that are getting better. And the third one was creating a different product, as we mentioned before, something different, created a stable Liga F product. What should it look like? And we recently started a project with a consultancy agency that is helping us to understand we're first in this audit phase, like understanding how is the whole fan journey in our matches, because we understand that clubs should do and Liga F should do something much more than just putting a post or posting something in our social networks stating that the game is being played, I don't know, the Sunday at 12 in this facility. We need to really understand if all the fan journey funnel is really appropriate. And this starts with how we post the information on our website, if it's easy or not to buy the tickets, if we deliver the proper information around how to go to this facility, to the stadium, if you can go with kids or no, so that the fan can take the decision. I mean, if not, we understand as fans, just jumping into an experience that we don't have all the information. I don't know if easy questions or answers like, will it be covered? If it's raining, do I have a place to be with my kids? Do I have something, food and beverages? Something that is quite easy, but we need to work on it. We need to understand how are our clubs working on this fan journey. And with this, we will take the right steps, and we will start working on this product. So we're really focusing on this. It will be a long journey, but we understand that fan experience is key. Fan experience identified on the 3 touch points that we have with our fans. On the digital side, on the match day experience, which is very important, and on the TV product, as we mentioned. So one of our biggest challenges and some of our projects that we are most committed with.
Okay, thank you so much. Carlos, what means sport tech for Wayra? No, I don't want to talk just about Telefonica, but for Wayra and for what really means.
It's interesting because when we were talking about to prepare this panel, we always said that for us, sport tech is not only that technology related with the sport. It's also related with health. It's also related, as said, about fan engagement. So there are many things related with the sport tech for us. We are we are one of the vehicles. We are Telefónica's open innovation vehicle to invest in startups in innovation. And our goal is to introduce that technology in the corporation, for example, just for internal use or reselling. So we always try to find that way to help the startup grow. And we always said that we are investors, but we have another way to help the startups, which is also working in the innovation services, for example, with other big corporates, with big industries, pharmas or retailers, to help them bring the innovation inside their companies. We have also another program, which is Acelera Startups, where we help startups in a seed stage to help them with our Telefonica experts. And in the future, they can be also invested by Wayra. We always say that, or many people think that Telefonica is a big telco, which is, of course, true. But when we think about how we invest, it's not only 5G, IoT, cybersecurity, it's also that sport tech, fan engagement, and health. And we, for example, when we bring the connectivity of a big stadium, we also give them other tools to help the fan engagement team, their experts, for example, with their nutrition team. So it's try to do that 360 platform to help them scale their projects.
Yeah, yeah. If I'm not wrong, you're providing the connectivity at the Metropolitano, am I right? Atlético de Madrid, and you are also working with them in the immersive...
I don't used to say some names because of the people in the audience, but some big stadiums, we are bringing them the connectivity and, of course, other tools for innovation services.
Yeah, I have to say that the connectivity at the Metropolitano is incredible.
Yes, which is,
and I also had the opportunity to test the immersive vision of the stadium with the VR glasses, and it's perfect. They'll really love it. Reynaldo, we are running out of time. We have just a couple of minutes. So could you, because most of the clubs invest in the main core business that is player performance, no? So could you explain us in a couple of seconds, what are you doing in order to in the technology area in order to improve or your player performance or the scouting process and those kind of things?
Okay, so two very quickies on that. One is collaboration. So there is this huge trend in all industries on collaboration tools, and amazingly, sports which are very strong on teams don't actually use collaboration tools. And we have done some case studies and some pilots with excellent results. These guys actually know how to play in teams, most of them, as team players. So this has become kind of a trend internally. And the other part is we're looking to what we call Boavista DNA. So we know that players go away. We know that managers are exchanged. And then you kind of lose a lot of knowledge when this happens, like in any organization when people leave. So why don't we study Boavista DNA? And there we are actually looking to data and algorithms to understand how do we quantify this in order to build on the future.
Okay, so thank you. We have just 1 minute, so I don't want to make another question and then stop you after 1 minute. So thank you very much. Hope you have enjoyed the panel and hope you have learned something about the technology and innovation in sport. And thank you very much. Have a great day. Thank you.